Mula alas 2 na madaling araw, nais paagahin pa sa hating gabi ni Davao City Mayor-elect Rodrigo Duterte ang umiiral na liquor ban.
Imbis na matinag dahil sa mga batikos, lalo pang nanindigan ang alkalde ng Davao, Mayor Rodrigo Duterte, sa kanyang banta laban sa mga smuggler. Pinakain umano ni Vice Mayor Rodrigo Duterte sa isang lalaki.
Payag nga ni Mayor Duterte na talagang hindi na siya tatakbo pero may mga reports.
Hiyawan ang supporters ng magpatawag ng press con si Davao City Mayor Rodrigo Duterte kaninang hapon.
Muling iginiit ni Davao City Mayor Rodrigo Duterte na hindi siya tatakbo sa pagkapangulo sa 2016. Natanong tuloy si Sarangani Congressman Manny Pacquiao kung kanino na niya balak sumama sa pagtakbo niya sa pagkasenador.
In 1936, President Manuel Quezon signs the Charter of Davao Assemblyman Romualdo Quimpo, creating the city of Davao. By March 1, 1937, Davao becomes a city. The law formally takes effect 15 days later. The new city was carved out from the municipality of Davao and the municipal district of Janga. A century before, it was a land inhabited by indigenous peoples. It belatedly colonized by Spain in the mid-1800s, led by Don Jose Uyangurin under the orders of Governor-General Narciso Claveria. Rapid economic progress began in the early 1900s under American rule. Roads, telegraph lines, ports were set up. Abaca and coconut plantations, ranches, factories were established. The period saw the entry of migrants from Luzon and Visayas, along with the Chinese, Japanese, and the Americans. The city in its early years was governed by the succession of appointed leaders. The Japanese landed in Davao on December 20, 1941, and effectively controlled the city until the coming of the Americans in 1945. Immediately after the liberation, the city government was re-established. Despite suffering tremendous devastation after the war, the city's march to progress resumed. In 1955, Republic Act 1368 was signed into law, which provides for the election of the city mayor, vice mayor, and 10 city councilors. In November 1955, the first local city elections were held. And in 1967, Elias Lopez, a full-blooded Bagobo, is elected as the city's highest official. He was the first indigenous mayor of Davao City. Also in the same year, Davao Province was divided into Davao del Norte, Davao del Sur, and Davao Oriental. Davao City, the former capital, was made independent from the three provinces.
As of the 21st of this month, I signed Proclamation number 1081, placing the entire Philippines under martial law.
The city continued to grow well into the 70s, but political developments in the country also made a tremendous impact in the city. By the 1980s, the city was again plunged into turmoil. It became a bloody laboratory for urban guerrilla warfare waged by the Communist New People's Army. Shortly after EDSA, the new government under Corazon Aquino appointed OIC officials across the country. In the 1988 elections, a former fiscal and the son of the last governor of Davao Province rose to prominence. Rodrigo Duterte was elected mayor of the city for 3 consecutive terms. Under his stewardship, peace and stability returned to the city. Davao was again enjoying years of unhampered economic progress. In the late 1990s, as a testament to the city's growth and competent governance, Davao was ranked by Asia Week magazine as one of Asia's most livable cities. By the 21st century, Davao has steadily shifted into a more cosmopolitan city. With advances in information and communication technology, it has become one of the country's most modern and progressive cities.
Davao City is considered as one of the safest cities in the world. But who is behind this huge success? A lot of Filipinos encouraged him to run as a president of the Philippines because they saw a huge potential in him that he will change the Philippines for good. He is known for his great contribution in his own city and strictness to discipline his men. Despite the success, this man still hides behind the limelight and is still bombarded with anomalies and issues. The man behind it all is no other than Mayor Rodrigo Duterte.
"20 years, 6 3-year terms as city mayor, and 1 3-year term as representative of the 1st Congressional District of Davao City. For someone who first got into politics by default, Mayor Rodi has done more for the city than any other politician of his generation. And he has done so with a clear vision and direction, as manifested in how he anchored the milestones of his 6 terms around a particular theme. On his first term, from 1988 to 1992, restoring order and reorganizing the city government, restored law and order amidst the chaos of the city with the Disiplina and Hapsay-Dalan programs, and initiated a massive cleanup drive, reorganized the city government and built its institutional capabilities to align with the local government code, appointed deputy mayors for the different tribes, and organized the city through 11 political and administrative districts for more effective and efficient local government administration. As a result of the restoration of order, Davao City posed a positive balance of trade for the first time in years. On his second term, from 1992 to 1995, setting clear development directions and comprehensive planning, mobilization of all sectors to actively participate in the planning process, the first LGU in the country to organize the City Development Council and the Barangay Development Councils, institutionalizing people's participation in the development process, drafted the 25-year Comprehensive Development Plan of Davao City, created 2 pieces of landmark legislation, the Local Investment Incentive Code and the Children's Development Code, implemented the Barangay Integrated Management Program to stimulate grassroots development, and the city hit the 1 billion peso mark in terms of local revenues. On his third term, from 1995 to 1998, going global and integrating gender and development, the city embarked on an aggressive tourism and investment promotions campaign through the Invest in Davao program, amended the city's zoning ordinance to respond to the growing needs of the city. For the first time, the No Man's Land was recognized as the destination of the year by the Department of Tourism. Played a vital role in the formation of BIMP Iaga. Recognized by Asia Week magazine as one of the top 20 most livable cities in Asia. Recognized by Citibank as the second most important city in the Philippines. Created the landmark legislation, the Women Development Code of Davao City. Established the Child Minding Center for children of city government employees. Established the Balay Dangupan and Balay Paginhawaan for children in need of special protection.
Mula alas 2 na madaling araw, nais paagahin pa sa hating gabi ni Davao City Mayor-elect Rodrigo Duterte ang umiiral na liquor ban sa lungsod.
Yan po ay upang mailayo raw sa gulo ang mga kabataan. Ano naman ang masasabi ng mga Davaoenyo sa mungkahi ni Duterte? Saksi si Tec Ocampo ng GMA Davao.
Kung sa ibang lugar, wanto sawa ang inuman lalo na sa mga gimikan, dito sa Davao City, hanggang alas 2 lang na madaling araw, pwede uminom at magbenta ng mga alak. Alinsunod yan sa umiiral na liquor ban ordinance sa lungsod. Pero ang nagbabalik na si Mayor-elect Rodrigo Duterte, nais pang paagahin sa hating gabi o alauna na madaling araw ang liquor ban sa lungsod. Naalarma raw kasi si Duterte sa dumaraming kabataang Davaoenyo na umiinom pa rin kahit umiiral ang ban. Layon daw ni Duterte na mailayo sila sa gulo at krimen.
I have this sacred obligation to take care of the young people of Davao City. Someday, pag matanda na sila, maintindihan nila ako.
Ang ilang konsyal sa lungsod, pabor sa panukala ni Duterte.
I think kaning proposal ni Mayor Rudy nga magpakusgan pagyod, ihimog stricto pagyod ang ato ang balaod. Paboran ako na.
Kung nakita ni Mayor Rudy Duterte na medyo lisod kaayo gunitan ang isa ka city like Davao City, kung taas ang hours up to 2 a.m. lisod kaayo ang peace and security nato. Why not?
Pero meron ding tutol sa panukala.
I hope po na naay basis ang ilang ginaplano as long as this plan will contribute to the peace and order, maintenance of peace and order in the city.
Pati ang ilan sa food business, di raw pabor sa mungkahi ng Mayor-elect.
Mga minority, ang mga ginatanaw, ma'am, ginapangayaman na mo guide. Di man basta-basta na mo kung ano ng kuhan, kanang plano na mga batanon pa kayo.
Say ang customer, kanang mga midnight, ma'am, o pala pagsugod nila, kanang ay pag...
Di pa mo puso.
Oo.
Ako si Tec Ocampo ng GMA Davao, ang inyong saksi.
Ang speed limit sa syudad sa Davao gi-adjust ngadto sa mas paspas nga allowable speed alang sa mga motorista. Si Rodelio Polikit, hepe sa Davao City's Traffic Management Center, nibutyag nga gikan sa 34 km per hour nahimo na kining 37 km per hour. Matod ni Polikit nga ang publiko naka-adjust og aware na sa maong balaod. Dugang niya nga sukad gipatuman ang maong speed limit niabot sa 7,000 ngadto sa 8,000 ka mga motorista ang nasiko. Samtang kasamtang nga gihuwat karon ang pagpatuman sa Implementing Rules and Regulations sa Republic Act 10586 o ang Anti-Drunk or Drug Driving Law sa syudad. Ang opisyal niingon nga mabutang sa risgo nga sitwasyon ang enforcer nga mudakop og hubog nga mga drivers tungod kay wala pa ang IRR. Nanawagan kini sa mga public transport operators nga sila mismo ang mo-check sa ilang mga drivers.
This morning, I was informed that I think the military is there already cutting the fallen trees so that access can be had. Lahat ito, we have about 20 doctors, 20 nurses, and the cream of the crop of our search and retrieval component of the 911. And doon sila, they left the day after dineploy ko na kaagad at pinadalhan ko sila doon to help. Again, I would repeat, there is an imperative need, a moral obligation for the Davaoenos to help. I will be there. Ganito yan eh. I will go direct by, there are 3 helicopters being used now. One is the helicopter of the ever-patriotic Colonel Akdal. Pastor Kiboloy contributed his R-44. And the one that I'm using always, yung sa Lion Air, which is owned by Archie Po, that this is not mine. He's a friend, used to have biking days. I only need to pay for the gasoline. But this effort now, it's for free. Yun ang contribution.
Visibility and the maintenance of peace and order and the prevention of crimes. The city government has provided the Davao City Police Office with patrol cars, complete with communication equipment to augment its operation. This fleet of patrol cars roves the city 24/7. Central 911 has its own emergency medical services unit, manned by highly trained emergency medical technicians. The 911 EMS is capable of performing basic medical tasks to the more complex medical procedures. Its ambulance units are amply equipped with basic and advanced life support and life-saving equipment.
Sa Davao City, 2 milyong piso na nakokolekta ng lungsod at mahigit 2,500 na tao na ang kanilang nahuli ngayong taon dahil sa kanilang anti-smoking ordinance. Ang pinakamataas nilang multa, 5,000 piso. Sinimulang ipatupad ang naturang ordinansa noong May 31, 2012. Sa Metro Manila, 500 piso lang ang multa, pero 3.2 million pesos na raw ang nakolekta ng MMDA sa pagpapatupad ng Republic Act 9211 o Tobacco Regulation Act of 2003.
Mayo.
Nga naman.
Mayo siya kaya yung mga winuhatan diri na kuan jud na sugpo. Nasugpo ni ang mga kasamok diri. Ana, moral jud nga kaman ang sa ato pong sa syudad gwapo pud limpyo pod. Kung natay mga bisita, tarong pud pagkawadala. Mga bisita nato sa laing nasod, di ba?
Para sa si Duterte, maayo man siya na leader. Pero his own way of keeping our city safe is killing the criminals, and of course it is against the law, which is inhumane.
For me, yes. Kasi marami siyang nagawa talaga dito sa Davao. Like, yung pag-implement niya ng no smoking, di ba, effective masyado. Yung mga drivers noon, kay grabe ka mag-smoke, mga jeepney drivers ngayon, kay wala na. Tapos, ang pag-implement din ng yung 2 a.m. na curfew o yung bawal na sa Torres, di ba? Grabe ka party-party nun sa Torres. Tapos, nawala na rin ngayon. Pero hindi niya napigilan ng teenagers na mag-party. Yung control lang talaga.
What can you say about Mayor Duterte?
Very good. Run for president. Yun lang.
Oh, good siya. Kay nadisiplina man niya ang mga tao diri sa Davao, labi na sa pagpanigarilyo ug sa speed limit. Nya wala na kay makita nga mga samok diri sa Davao. Wala na kay makita nga mga bugoy nga magsuroy-suroy diri sa syudad. Ana lang.